Love that theme tune. Make some noise, wine drinkers of the Western world. How are you doing?
Hey.
Oh, Terence is I've got like, using a knife and fork tonight. Okay, whatever. Good evening, everybody. This is, before I forget, this is the Good Morning Portugal GMP Wine Club. The Good Morning Portugal Wine Club. And we're here on the 1st of December, would you believe? Where did that year go? Celebrating full-bodied warmers and some say Bairrada wines. So I think there might be a little bit over. And I've had a couple of glasses, and usually at Miguelino and Kat's household, there are only two people on the screen. Am I seeing triple, or have you got a guess there? Oh, okay.
We have a guest.
And who is gracing our screen with us tonight, Miguelino?
This is my sister-in-law, Sarah, from beautiful Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, joining.
Marvelous. So you're enjoying that warm weather over here?
Yes, we're enjoying a great trip, and I'm looking forward to trying some new wine.
Wonderful. Please, would you mind repeating your name again?
Sarah.
Sarah, muito prazer, Sarah. Lovely to have you here and to be an honorary wine ninja tonight with the Good Morning Portugal Wine Club. What do you think of the wines in Portugal so far?
Oh, they're fabulous. We love them, and we try to buy them whenever we can find them on the shelves in Alberta.
Fantastic. Oh, and how easy is that?
Actually, it's not too bad. There's always a selection.
Very good. Good to hear it. Well done.
But it's not very often is one that we've tried with Michael and Catherine. So.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you for being here tonight. Lovely to meet you. Muito prazer. And let's have some fun tonight. And hopefully this will be a night that you'll remember. Yes, tell people about forevermore about the wonderful time you were on the Good Morning Portugal Wine Club. Let's see how maybe I've set the bar a little bit too high tonight. But thank you so much for being with us. Miguelino and Kat, how are you?
Pretty good.
Yeah, excellent. Thank you.
Yeah, except working in my shop today, I jabbed something sharp into my hand, and my thumb is now seizing up. So.
Is it?
It's his wine cork opening.
Wine.
His wine opening thumb. Yeah.
How terrible! How terrible! Yeah, I did something quite similar as well. You think to yourself, don't you? How on earth did I do that? I'm old enough to know better than do silly things like that. Yeah. Well, there you go.
It's stupid. I was holding a tool in my hand, and I walked towards my toolbox, and it flipped in my hand. It's actually a probe it's about 6 inches long, and it's super sharp and pointed.
Are you doing this on purpose? Are you doing this on purpose?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Right. Did you? Okay. I'm not sure if you're saying all those things on purpose to be provocative, or is that actually what happened?
Oh, that's actually what happened.
Right. It sounded like a Benny Hill sketch, for goodness sake. Yeah. Right. Okay.
When he said a 6-inch long tool.
Yes, a probe, I think he said. Right. Okay, we'll come back to your wine in just a moment. It sounds like you need a glass or two, Miguelino. Terence Austin, how are you this evening with your knife and fork? No. Or should we come back to you? Go on.
No.
Go on, have a little nibble.
I'm all right. I'm okay.
All right.
Very quickly, tonight what I'm doing is having a little bit of nibble of something, trying the aperitif style by Rita Blanc. This is what confuses me. It's called Blanc de Noirs, right, which is white of blacks. It's a Brut, it's a Branco, and it's a Bairrada Doc. So
let's have a look. Let's have a look.
Oh, all right. Sorry, I thought you meant the food, but I've decided. Oh, it's backwards. I've decided it's a bit of an aperitif type wine already. So I've gone for like snacky aperitif, sort of canate type impact, and I'm kind of like contrasting the food and the drink. It's a bit of a new
It is an
experience.
espumante. So it's a white espumante by the sound of it.
It is an espumante. It's a fizzy, bubbly, effervescent espumante.
And if I'm not mistaken, made under license for Intermarché, possibly.
Probably.
Yeah. Okay.
Very possibly.
I recognise that livery.
You do recognise it, don't you? Because it's down the old supermarket local to us.
Hey! Very good, very good. Well, we'll come back to your verdict on that. It sounds like Fizz is already doing the biz, quite frankly. Right, Garbo and Linda, how are you? And where are you? In Mevagizzi or somewhere like that? What's that going? Is that an AI generated?
You should know that bridge in the distance.
It's not Navigisi.
It's not. Oh, okay, Porto. Okay,
I wish we were in Porto. So, oh look, the mic's disappearing. That's a bit weird, isn't it?
It's your green screen.
Magic Mike. Magic Mike. Look at that.
Free magic tonight.
Yes, it is. Right, what was I going to say? Yes, we're in the Dega, really, in the dark, dank annex to the man cave.
Sounds lovely.
And we're drinking. Well, we did a buy rider last month, if you remember.
Right.
The
Yes, you
infamous
Yes.
Yes. So I thought, no, we'll go for something else. We'll go for the Winter Warmer Red, and we've gone for a Papa Amarello Grande Scholar, which is from Sexy Setable.
Very good, sexy, suitable. I've got a picture of you and your jizz from last.
It's that one. I'm just going to do it.
Well, I took a fantastic screenshot and have made a great.
One.
Okay, hold on. I'm behind the scenes here for the jizz. What would be the telltale signs? Let me just. It's in the downloads here somewhere. Hold on, I might have to come back to that, but yeah, that was a fantastic selection, of course, last month, and I found another awkward label in the Intermarché earlier on today, so I'll come back to that as well. Lost in my many downloads. Sorry, let me give you full screen so you can show that again, Garvo.
I'll try and make it not disappear because of my.
Oh, tricky, right? Papa Amarello.
Oh, I like that.
Very nice, very nice.
It's nice. It's a very nice wine. Very, very civilized.
Yes, very good, very good. Okay, well, we'll come back to your verdict on that after we've heard from Pete and Diane as well. Pete and Diane, what you got?
Oh, yeah, right. Well, you said winter warmer, so I kind of got the wrong idea, I think. So we've got shed loads of Barral left from the Festa. Because last year we didn't run a cocktail bar, so I think I've got about 12 bottles downstairs. So I thought, why not do a Barral toddy? So I've done Barral lemon juice, our local honey, and it's hot. And it's
warming's nice.
I think I've invented the sweetest drink I've known to man. It's honestly like sucking on some sort of sugar bomb. It's really on
a sugar bomb. Yes, the Portuguese pastime. Well, okay, so Beirão, the national treasure, Beirão, and you've turned it into a hot toddy effectively.
Yeah, and I think I've got psychosomatic illness off the kids because I'm teaching the kids in London still, and I didn't think through Zoom I could catch anything. But usually this time of year, if I was back teaching in London, I'd have like every virus known to man. The harbingers of death would have given it to me, and I think I'm coming down psychosomatically from them. So this is sorting me out. So it's not bad, but different, definitely. But Portuguese at least, I suppose. So.
Very good. We'll come back to the detail of that. Any other highlights though before we get into the specifics of our wines? What else have you been drinking? What else have you been noticing about the Portuguese wine scene? Pete and Diane, let's stay with you for that.
We've found some good varied ones.
Yeah, unfortunately enough, we found a few bargains, so we've been buying cases and cases of red.
Intermarché, $1.99 a bottle.
Oh, but it's really good. But we've realised that we drink an enormous amount of red and not very much else. Like I've looked at our whites, and most of them are from about 2-3 years ago, and we do get through a lot of Portuguese red wine. I don't think I'd touch like the Vina Verde or the white very often. So but there's a couple of really good
quite black.
Sorry.
Excellent. Sorry, just could you repeat that? Was the $1.99 from Intermarché featuring very well tonight? What's the bargain you've got?
It was, what were they doing? Yeah, we found this one we really liked, so we went back and got 3 cases of it. So we've got 18 bottles. And then I don't know, and it's really nice.
Quite pokey.
I bought a bargain one from Arshen, which is usually really good, but it was just so pokey. It was like one sip and it was instant hangover. So no, I don't know. So yeah, I'll grab a bottle later on anyway. But good for cooking, but not good for drinking unless you.
Okay, all right, nice headlines of your wine drinking habits just recently. Let's go to you, Gary and Linda. What other things have you been delighting in wine-wise here in Portugal?
Well, as you know, October was experimental. Let's leave alcohol.
Yes.
So I've really been making up for it this month. A lot of wine been drunk, and in fact, probably so much wine I've forgotten even what I've had. But there was a few. Obviously,
we had some whites, didn't we?
We had some whites. The last Yahoo of the whites, which were quite nice. But you get to that point now when white just doesn't seem right, does it? White doesn't seem right. That's quite good, isn't it?
Well, if you sell red wine, definitely good little marketing ploy there.
Yeah, it's the time of year you got to go with something with a bit more body. So we've been some extensive research, but as you know, with Portuguese wine, it's all good, and to find a really, really, really exceptional wine, and that doesn't say all the rest are bad. It has to be really, really exceptional, if you know what I mean, to stand out. So we've had a lot of good wines.
Good. And you were making up for lost time, you say, after the dry October. And when we asked you, had you experienced any benefit from having that dry month? It was a resounding no.
No.
Have there been any residual benefits? Has anything else, arisen since then that's made you think maybe I should do that more often?
Probably only some wallet relief, which is the only best sort of byproduct of that. But no. I honestly think that a glass of wine or a bottle of wine with your dinner, it isn't going to hurt you. It's when you go beyond the bottle and onto the boxes that's when you get into trouble.
Yes, yeah, fair enough. And you splashed out with the jizz, as it were, because I think with the money you saved, you were able to invest in, which it's not a cheap bottle of wine, is it? Let's face it.
No, I mean, but then again, it's not really an expensive bottle of wine, but it's mid-range for us who got used to such good quality cheap wine. It's expensive, but then when you go up to sort of between 10 and 20, that's a mid-price wine. After that you start getting into the expensive stuff, but it was good wine. It grew in the glass and it was just a lovely wine.
Very good. Okay, and staying with awkwardly named wines in Intermarché. Has anyone seen this before? Why? Is there a man playing? Is that a bassoon? I think followers of wind instruments will be able to identify that.
I thought it was a fishing rod.
A fishing rod. Why? I wonder. Can anybody help with this? Portuguese scholars. I mean, you're probably the most advanced, Peter, when it comes to the language. Why forgot, I guess?
Well, I know faggots. Faggots were originally bundles of wood, right? So it comes from Italy. So I would imagine it's something to do with wooden, because wind instruments, something like that. So something windy and woody, or something like that.
Something windy and woody. What a brilliant review!
It could be from Wolverhampton.
I'll add that to the list.
It is the bassoon. The bassoon is for goat. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Actually, a goat.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, that would make sense. Yeah.
Nothing funny about that then. Okay.
Like your version.
Nothing funny.
Okay. Right. So, well, let's stay with you, the Whitbys, and what sort of adventures? I mean, presumably with guests, you've been doing all sorts of wonderful things that have involved.
Yeah, well, not so wonderful. We last week we were all in Toronto together to celebrate Catherine's father's life, and that was actually a really, really great event. Actually, we got to inter him, and then 3 days later, have a big soiree at his local yacht club and tennis club, and it was actually a lot of fun.
Did we raise a glass on this occasion as well?
A lot of wine was drunk.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Fantastic. What was your father's name, Catherine?
Grant Gooding.
Grant.
fantastic. Grant. How wonderful. Cheers. So, chin chin. Wonderful. It sounds what a fabulous send-off he had.
97. 97,
Wow.
yeah.
And sounds like a bit of a legend as well. What a life.
Oh, yes, he was a legend. And it was great to see my siblings all together, my cousins all together, my, great friends of my dad. So, and colleagues and former colleagues, tennis players and sailors. And I mean, it was a real rebel.
Yeah.
Oh, wonderful! And how old was he able to do these things? How late in life did he sail and play tennis, for example?
He was a tennis tournament winner in his 90s. And he sailed up until, well, he was in his 90s when he was sailing too. I think they just sold the sailboat. Probably when he was about 92 or 3.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
So he's actively active on all those things.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
And it was only the last 3 to 4 weeks of his life that he wasn't actively up every day, going around. They've been living in a care facility for a while, assisted living really, and he'd be up every day. He would go around and sing to everybody at lunch.
Make a little song up.
Make a song and
that
sing
was
to everybody.
topical for the day, and then sing it to everybody. Yeah, he was quite a guy.
Yeah.
So anyway, it was a great event and good send off. So that took a fair amount of our time the last month or so. But we're back and ready to enjoy more Portugal adventures.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Sarah, where are they going to take you? What is it you want to see while you're over here?
They're leaving tomorrow.
Yeah. We've been here a week. We came last year and they showed us a ton of highlights of smaller town Portugal and some great wine. We avoided the big cities. We're not big city kind of people. And this year we picked up where we left off and went to Tomar and Panela. I can never just write all the names down. Porto de Mas. We were in São Martinho de Porto, and we went and Salir de Porto, and
on Friday,
went to for the Lechao restaurant. So we've managed to get quite a ways around and Certa and pretty little areas around here. And so my brother and Sarah are off to Lisbon for 3 days, and then they fly home. Yeah, I want to hit the Christmas market. Yeah.
Oh, it's lovely. They've lit the lights in Lisbon. Yeah, it's lovely. I'm sure you'll have a fabulous time. Oh, thanks so much for being with us tonight. Lovely to meet you.
I'm enjoying my wine with Michael and Catherine. So I thought I'd better join them.
Yeah, great. Well, we'll get into your specifics as well. We haven't heard from the adventures of Terence Austin in this last month of wine drinking. Any highlights for you?
The Adventures of Terence Austin, part 1.
Oh, good, isn't it? Should be a podcast.
Oh, God, I've been really tanning it.
You have?
You know that? Yeah, I have. I've been really drinking a lot. And
do you want to talk about it?
I should stop this now, this madness. I can't really seem to control it at the moment. I don't know why.
God, this is a cry for help.
It could be, it could be. You get up and you think, today is the day I'm going to stop. And you get to like lunchtime. I tell you what, I've started with lunchtime. This is how bad it is, right? Lunchtime. And I'm going, I think I'll have a little Chirino. And that's like with your coffee, you put a little bit of brandy in there and a Madeira, and it's delicious, right? And I waft it round like that and smell it. And then sort of 4 o'clock, I'm thinking, should have opened that bottle of wine. And I do. And then after about 3 glasses, I'm going, should at the end of the night finish with something else, bit of whiskey perhaps.
Go into town, start a fight, that sort of thing.
Yeah, that type of thing, So really, I'm drinking far too much. I hold my hands up.
Well, fair enough. Yeah.
Am I getting to the point where I want to stop? Probably for a bit. I think my liver needs a rest.
Well, okay. I have a request of your liver. If you could make sure you are having a drink on the 6th and 13th of this month, that would be great.
What's happening on the 6th?
We've got our wine tasting and karaoke on the 6th, and our Christmas party on the 13th. The 6th is a warm up for the 13th, and I'm going to do a quiz. I'm going to do a wine quiz on the 6th.
It's Linda's birthday.
Okay, great. We'll extend the celebrations. And in fact, I think we've got a lot of celebrating to do on the 13th. That's for sure. But yeah, if your liver could just make sure it's good form.
Probably not.
Say again.
The 13th I can make, but the 6th I don't think I can.
Not a problem. Not a problem. It won't be the same without you. There will be a Terence sausage shaped hole, as you know, but we'll see you on the 13th. Excellent. Right. We're going to stay with you and find out more about this Blanc de Noirs that you've got there.
This Blanc de Noirs. Yeah.
Yeah.
This white and blacks. I don't know what that means.
No, it's a good name.
It's like, an opposite, isn't it? It's very drinkable. As most sort of wines of this ilk are really. It's not really. I'm a bit out of my depth here because I'm a bit of a red guy, and I do like the. But I'm getting a bit sick of red, to be honest with you. It's getting a bit heavy. It's getting a bit weighty.
Every day,
as you said, quaffing a red. Well, yes, but it's getting a bit sort of tedious. Keep drinking red a bit, and I've had 3 or 4 glasses. You're hitting a wall, I think. Now this is all sort of live and effervescent and fairly agreeable to kick the night off with, I think. So in a way, I've combined it with a bit of food. I'll show you my plate of food here. Right, I'll take you through it a little bit. Can you see that?
Go on. Yeah.
I've got some gourmet crisps. Now sorry about the hands, but that's varnish over my hands. I have been yeah. Sorry. Right. I can't get rid of the varnish. But if you look, I've got some crisps and I've got some Parma ham and I've got some goat's cheese with garlic and herbs. I've got some blueberries there, walnuts, and I've got a bit of dark chocolate there, just as a bit of a counterpoint, bit of a taste, a bit of something different. In fact, I might try a little bit now. So I'm trying all these while we're talking and sort of drinking, because I never really come on the show and like Garvo does. He always has his wonderful arrangement of food, and I never do.
Not tonight. Not tonight.
Not tonight. No, tonight you've left it to me, haven't you, mate?
Yes.
And a bit of dark chocolate there.
Dark chocolate should go with red wine more than white.
Yeah,
it's very good for the heart.
Must have been left over from you.
I want to speak amongst yourself.
You wait until the sugar now hits the fizz.
You've given a screenshot of the evening, that's for sure. It was you looking at your plate of food was awesome. That's superb.
What does he look like there?
Top TV, that is.
Almost like a dollop of ice cream at the end of the plate.
Yes. Yeah. Well, thank you for making the effort and making yourself a smorgasbord. And literally, you'll see here, Blanc de Noir, literally, I bet the Whitbees knew this, literally means white from blacks, of course, as the name suggests. It refers to white wines made from dark-skinned grapes, as are very popular in the Bayrada, of course.
There you go. I should have done my research.
No, we'll do it for you. It's fine. You were busy making a buffet. Okay. So, and do you like it? Are you liking it as a change from your red consumption?
I do. To be honest, I need a bit of light relief, a bit of comedy. This is a bit of Shakespearean love,
Whimsy.
Rather than something, film noir.
Yes.
Something red and heavy. This is something light and fizzy and a bit frivolous, and it's not really me. No, I'm a man of gravitas.
Yes. No, it sounds like it's brought you back from the edge, frankly. What you were doing. Okay. So yes, well done that Fizz. Okay, we'll come back to your later conclusion on that and maybe a mark out of 5. Whitby household then, Kazza Whitby, tell us more about your wine and how you're enjoying it.
Well, we have a Bayrada.
Oh, look at this. Intermarché again.
We have
Yeah.
Michael, I
There's a
must
choice.
confess, I've got a bottle of that to do, and I thought, I wonder if Michael might have a bottle of this. So I thought, no, I'll change it and go for this. And we did the same last month, didn't we?
Yeah. No, I just, when I go in, the biggest supermarket in town here is the Intermarché. So, and I always just go and swing around the wine section. And, I have a hard job not picking up the Intermarché's labeled wines. They're such incredible value.
And we haven't had a really awful
Never,
one.
they've never had one.
No.
Even the basic one, not the reserva, and they've got special reserves too. But even their basic Bairrada and Dow and Douro, they're all innocent tasting wines.
Yeah.
And then you're drinking wine at €2 a bottle with the cheap ones. It's amazing.
It is amazing, isn't it? And I think it's probably a badge of honor, isn't it, to make wine for a supermarket here. It's not like how to get rid of a load of cheap, terrible wine. Like you have to raise your game to get the contract, presumably.
Yeah, I was looking at, we've got an Alentejo, a Grand Reserve from Intermarché. It's bottled by Carmen.
Oh, yeah.
And that Carmen is a big house, and it's not cheap wine. So it's really a nice piece of wine. It'd be good. Anyway, that's what we're having tonight. And you were talking about Blanc de Noir. Well, you could also get almost the same wine, but it'd be Blanc de Blanc, and that's white from white. Because I think you all know this. Whenever you open a grape, what you see inside is green, not red or black.
Yeah.
So it's just the way they've told you they're using a dark grape. Makes really no difference. Champagne typically is made with Chardonnay, white Blanc de Blanc. So
yeah,
yeah,
because I they were making a sort of a superlative point. This is the white of all whites, but it's just a reference to the grape color, right? Okay, very good. And while we're on the subject, then I think it's important that shout out to the Intermarché Garrafeira, I think it would be called, wouldn't it? And what they call it inside the supermarket is the Seleção y Enofilios, love of wine, I suppose, literally there. And this is it. This is the badging we're looking at, isn't it? Wines of every conceivable kind from every one of the DOCs, I think. It's a terrific selection as well, isn't it? And, reservas, regulars, look, all the DOCs right there. Frizzants as well as espumants. I'm not sure I know the distinction between those. Ports as well. Quite incredible. And look, you can actually download an ebook for wine lovers. So I think we should do that. That sounds like a great idea.
Yeah, let's do that.
I'll put the link to that into the chat there. But definitely, credit where it's due. They are doing a fantastic job. And it looks like they've got some winners there. 3 wines from the Wine Lovers Selection Enofilios were awarded medals at the Wines of Portugal competition. Their Dow Reserva Branco, that looks good. The Alentejo DOC Red Private Collection and a Douro, not surprisingly perhaps, a Tinto Roriz Red there as well. All winners, a gold there for the Dow and 2 silvers there. So I'll put the link to that in the chat. Fantastic. Well done, Intermarché. We're all fans, I think. And are you sipping it, Sarah? What do you think?
You will. Oh, I really like it. It's very smooth and really a pleasant flavor. Every wine we've had this week has been good. And we've had lots.
Like Gary was saying. It's like Gary was saying, it's hard to find a bad one, isn't it?
This is a mouthful of red plums when you put this in your mouth.
Yeah.
It's really fruity.
I mean, it's on purpose tonight. Right, okay.
I just can't go over the prices.
Yeah.
Right. It's not worth drinking box wine.
Yeah.
Right. So I got to take Gary off for a minute. He's distracting me there until he's pulled himself together. You probably have to do this, Pete. When one of the kids starts giggling. It's happened to me. I got sent out. Yeah. It happens, doesn't it? I think he's back now. Have you sorted yourself out, Gary?
I haven't looked at when you're on a bed. I'm just fine.
Very good.
Everything's under control now.
Well done.
So when we were in Toronto last week, I was in the liquor store or the Liquor Control Board of Ontario, LCBO, isn't it?
Yeah.
Something like that. Liquor Control Board. The only place you can buy wine and beer
In Ontario.
in Ontario. And they had, I think they had 6 Portuguese wines on the shelf. You know the one that we see that's got it's called Porto. It's got the scene of the cable car.
The yellow cable car.
The yellow cable car.
You'll all recognize that.
Have you seen it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Portage, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that
Portage,
is 3 times the price in Canada that we pay for it.
Yeah.
But it's taxes though.
And all of the wines were about 2 to 3 times the price we paid for them.
Because of taxes.
Well, it's mostly taxes.
Vehicle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And transport. You got to get an airplane to get over there. But still, you know, they're all in the they're okay wines. I mean, that Porto one and the Lisbon one are a bit duff, but the others were decent wines. And when you look around at all the other wines around it, you know, they're reasonably priced.
Mm-hmm.
I'll bet 3 years ago you could find 2.
Now, it sounds like it's very difficult or very controlled buying alcohol in this province of Canada. Is that right?
Yeah, correct.
Well, in all the provinces.
But they each have their own control. Each province is a distributor for liquor, and nothing comes in that doesn't go through the government organization.
Is that right? Wow.
Yeah. And
because
so, and then they tax it. They tax it, and that's why prices are higher.
Oh, I see. Okay. I was hearing of an American friend who was saying, "Oh, it was so great. You know, a few years ago we went to the Lisbon Lights for Christmas.
So great.
People were drinking hot wine in the street, like it was like really wild and bad behavior, or like really bohemian. It's just really normal, isn't it, in Europe? I think to drink a little bit of hot wine, but you wouldn't be allowed to kind of drink wine openly like that in the street, possibly in some parts of North America.
No, it has to be in a restaurant or a bar or in your home. Yeah.
Well, I never. Fascinating.
Theoretically, at the campsites, the government campsites, you can drink beer and wine in the immediate vicinity of your tent or your camper or your trailer, but you can't walk around with a glass in the park, with a drink in the park.
Might get wrestled to the ground if you.
Well, people do, and nobody gets arrested. But you know, if you were to get out of shape, they'd have you in a heartbeat. So.
Yeah.
Well,
unless like us, and you live on a country road with hardly any people, and
then you just walk.
And then we walk to our neighbors back and forth with our mulled wine and all our wines, and to the point our neighbor put up a sign saying, "Drive carefully. Children playing, adults drinking."
Very good. Oh, that sounds like some really nice Canadian hospitality in the countryside. Fantastic. So any more to say about this Bayra de Reserva from Intermarché?
No, I think we've almost gotten ourselves. We've had so much of it. It's not special anymore.
Yeah, right. Okay. Serviceable.
Drink a couple of bottles of this a week, and we don't even buy the basic one now. We just start up with the reserves. You know, don't even buy the other one.
A journeyman of a wine for you, then. Fantastic. Lovely to hear that. Or use a brown bag. I find I can't see the wine if I put a brown bag on my head, BL box. But anyway, let's go to Pete and Diane. And can you walk us through this? Well, it's a kind of mulled wine you've made there with Béarn as the base, right?
It was, yeah.
Well, yeah, I know it's a bit too sugary. So we've gone on to the one that we got from Intermarché. So it's that Terrace de Mon thing. And $1.99. Perfect, really nice, easily drinkable. Usually $1.99, absolutely perfectly drinkable. And if you've got the same, well, you couldn't get the same anywhere else. That's what I love about Portugal, is you get really nice wines for very reasonable prices. And we usually get them to be honest, I used to start getting really cheap wines to give to tradesmen that came along, so they'd always come back, right? And there's a guy.
It works a treat.
It works a treat. There's a guy I underpaid accidentally by €50 a week ago. they're brilliant, honestly. The tradesmen here are just amazing, honestly, and they'll always come to me first because they always get a bottle of wine, right? But I started drinking them, and this one is awesome. It's really nice, and I've bought much more expensive wines, and they've been a lot worse. So it's kind of what's lovely in Portugal is that you can find fantastic wines in all of the supermarkets. I think, I mean, Lidl's great. Marchand's great, I think, and they're usually with Portugal. You've got 4 or 5 supermarkets right next to each other anyway in most areas, so it's fab that you've got a really good choice. And like I remember you telling us to look for a white wine over €10. I couldn't find one in the markets. They don't do white, and there isn't much over €10. So compare it to anywhere else. We were fantastically lucky, but I still find it difficult to understand how people can make much money when I know what the bottle costs are, what the production costs are.
Right.
It's kind of, it is a difficult. So that's one of the reasons why we've got an issue where we are in an agricultural area competing with solar. If you can earn there is an awful lot of money between £1,000 and £3,000 a month a hectare through solar, and you're earning on wine probably about a tenth, maybe a 20th of that. It's difficult to sometimes justify or argue against keeping vineyards. It's a really hard one to do. So it's something that we're lucky to be living through, because I'm not sure how much longer it's going to last. So
it's a sad point you make there, Pete. And who can blame people who've been in Brassic for decades suddenly being made an offer to put solar panels up after breaking their backs making wine for generation after generation? It's a sad thing.
And there's lots of other instances of that. So what I'd say is that we're living in a generation that we won't see later on. I don't think that Portugal is going to remain the same. So in a weird way, I do think we should be keeping our agricultural areas agricultural, and industrial areas. There's plenty of areas to build solar panels on industrial areas. So
no one would argue with that, mate.
Yeah, you think of all those industrial estates that you drive past in Portugal with virtually no one there. I mean, I know they don't advertise shops, but quite often they're kind of completely abandoned.
Yeah, they've arranged a demonstration in Lisbon on the 13th against the solar.
13th and the 15th, I think.
2 days.
So,
Sophia project, the badly named Sophia project, right? Meaning,
it's a difficult one to argue with, because you can understand the farmer's point of view. We do want renewable energies, but on the other hand, it's a beautiful area, and they haven't done any impact studies. And this is phase 1, and it's pretty big. So after phase 1, usually you get.
The thing is, they're cutting down all these protected trees that if we can't cut them down, but they want to cut them down to put the solar.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a tricky one. I don't think it's necessarily that. It's just more that there's animals and stuff that
the animals,
really look at. So anyway, we will see how that goes. But
no, you make an interesting point. These are very, very interesting times we're living in. Another aspect of this, another worrying trend, is how Portuguese wine exports. I mean, we do need to take some direct action on this. Well, we already are doing this tonight. But if we go over to the Portugal Club, member Kate Bygrave posted up this recent meme. No reason to believe why this is inaccurate, even if only sort of in terms of proportions. But we see Portugal. And Dougie Hughes, our mate Dougie Hughes, he's written in the Portugal News this week about Portuguese wine. Seems to be growing its reputation around the world. 347, 347,000 litres there. No, it's more than that, isn't it? I can't see that very well, but you can see the point being Portugal now ranking 8th in the world rankings. Italy, top of wine exports. Maybe this isn't entirely accurate. Do we believe that Italy would be the top wine exporter? Because this looks like an international scale.
Stop drinking it all.
I'm not sure, but anyway, the point being, we don't want Portuguese wine being too famous around the world, do we?
If you want to keep Portuguese wine on the market, probably we do, because the more well known, the more it will sell, and probably sell at a better profit abroad. Then they might keep the industry going.
That's true. That's a point as well, isn't it?
You know, if you drive from here in our region here, and you drive down to the Algarve through Alentejo, you'll see new vineyards going in all over the place. Every time we drive down, there's somebody pulling out, pulling out olives typically pulling out ours because they're the old trees that are done the manual way, and they just can't make money doing that. But they're putting grapes in, and every time we go down, we see something new. So
interesting, isn't it?
Admittedly, this is one thing I've always thought about with the solar panels. You know, the solar panels need to be about another 3 feet off the ground, and they should be just grazing sheep and goats underneath them. Keep the grass down.
Yeah.
You know, there's two things you can do with the land. You know, farmer can lease it out and still grazes goats and sheep.
It does put the temperature up, though. If you look at the really large ones, you can see up to a 5-degree temperature raise, and it does affect the local environment. Yeah. So the mayor's son here did his thesis on the impact of solar panels in Portugal and went to the largest array, and he was saying that you can see a massive raise in temperature just because of the reflection of the heat, to be honest. So I mean, we've got 56 panels here. It's not a small array, and I know it affects a little bit around the environments of the. Well, it's all, you've got different climates everywhere, but it will affect the climate. And there's other things, I suppose. There are other things going on with it. There's one weird fringe benefit, which is all these people that have built illegally out here. It's impacting them the worst. But so a lot of them have built illegal roads, illegal houses, stuff that they've got no permission for whatsoever, and the panels will completely cut them off. So they won't have access to that.
Is it a bit of a sort of revenge as well going on, possibly?
Well, I don't know. I mean, it might thin out some of the people that were in that
big
particular
place
region. So
in there around here.
Yeah,
big
what an interesting project this is turning out to be. So you're noticing that since that sort of pygmy tribe moved in on your land with their parrots and stuff, there's definitely the temperature changed there.
Well, it's kind of, I don't know, what one of our friends refers to Panama Court as Panama Vegas, and it is a little bit like that. It kind of has its odd agricultural land.
Panama Vegas, and Al Padrino is also known as Al Padrama, isn't it? From time to time, I've heard. Okay, very good.
Oh yeah, recently, goodness me. Well, we've had a recent scandal, haven't we? So the Bomberos, who have a fantastic reputation.
Oh. Yes, that was horrific, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was quite a shocker, really, if you think about it.
11 suspended, and the fire chief has resigned.
Yeah. But there we go. We won't go into any more depth on that, though.
No, perhaps not, but it's really grim, isn't it? And it like shakes your kind of confidence in people who, with a massive amount of respect in the community. People can look at that at their leisure. But yeah, what a shocker that was. Strange times. Yeah, Portuguese wine exports going up. The solar panel. Or solar farm, they're not just panels, are they? The whole farms and the countryside perhaps being blighted with this Sophia project, which means, of course, truth, not love. Philosophy, I think, is love of truth, isn't it? So it's truth. Go on, Gary. Do you want to add something?
I propose something here, right?
Sure,
Those bloody eucalyptus plantations, which the ground is already wrecked, basically, because they knackers everything. Yeah. Let's rip some of them out and put the solar panels there instead, because the ground is already...
Pete reckons that the eucalyptus trees have grown back again by lunchtime. If you don't,
they're a nightmare to get rid of. They did a study on the roots, right, and they went down over 40 meters. So when you're trying to dig the eucalypt out, it's a nightmare to get rid of. And as Gary says, it sucks all nutrients out of the ground. It also sucks all the water, and it burns really badly. And it's really difficult to use as wood. So it's one of our friends stupidly did. Oh, poor old Luke and so they built a whole outside structure out of eucalypt, and it's
rotted from the inside.
It's just a nightmare. Yeah. So it can be. It's really difficult wood to use, to be honest. So
with your solar array, Peter, it always reminds me. I mean, it's for us oldies. Remember Skylab, the space station. Remember it burnt up in the atmosphere. Well, I'm sure one of the wings must have landed in Pete's garden. And thought,
garden, I like that.
Yeah. That's to use it as well to navigate by, don't they, Pete?
I'll tell you something that's lovely about Portugal, and it's really different from the UK, is we were out at the end of our garden, right, up near a stork's nest that we've got on the land. And it was lambing season now. It's just nuts. This week, there were loads of lambs, and they were so cute, honestly. The guy next door, he's got I think he's got over 100,000 hectares. His land stretches down to the Algarve, right, our neighbour. So he's got a load, right? And he's got about, I think he must have about 2,000 sheep next door, right? But seeing the land, It was just
Yeah,
awesome.
they're
this
really
week.
cute.
Yeah,
I've
it's
never
really
seen them there.
Unusual, though. First of
One
December.
white.
Is
Yeah,
that,
well,
is that
it's not unusual if you think about it.
No,
The
they always
food is
are.
around during the winter, right? The worst months in Portugal really are, I think, March, April, May. They're the most miserable months for me. Like the month of 1,000 rains comes early or late, but that's the bit I don't like. The rest of the year, if you think about farming, actually the winter's when you've got the food. The summer's when you've got to stock up and provide food.
Yeah.
So it's the opposite of the UK. So lambs being born now are fine. It's just when you've got heavy frost that they might be in trouble. But the weather's usually pretty good all the way through till
the lambs have got no fear,
March.
so we can stand by the fence and they come right up to us.
Yeah.
Whereas the others, they were a bit wary.
They're quite cute, really, to be fair. So
beautiful little vignette of life in central Portugal there. Thanks, Pete and Diane. And what about the wine? Any comments about that?
It's really good. I mean, for honestly, $1.99. I've eaten in a lot of Michelin-star restaurants in London, and I've had worse bottles than this $1.99.
And what is it? Give us the name of that again.
What is this called? This is called Terrace de Mont. It is. So I don't know. It's fine. It's fine for $1.99. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
Where's it from? Which region is it?
Where is it?
I
can't see. I'll have a look. This is how bad my eyes are.
Evening, Lee.
Don't worry. Good evening, people from Alima Grady as well. Right. Let's go. We haven't talked about your wine specifically yet, have we? The Austins.
We haven't talked about your wine, Carl.
Oh, that's true. Okay. As Terence was saying, you come to the point of the year where you're thinking, I can't keep. Who was it who said I can't keep drinking white wine?
Me.
So I did make the switch.
Red.
Yeah, you were saying you can't keep drinking red, right? Well, I have made the switch the other way around. I've had to give up drinking white wine, getting too cold for that. Right? And I decided to go local, and I really love this producer. Their whites are fantastic. They make a Chardonnay, but they also use some local grapes, some traditional local grapes. Monte Cappuccio they are, and they're over in, where are they? Alcobaça. And this is a three-way of Castelao, Cabernet Sauvignon, and Syrah, and it's delicious. Really, really nice. Straight out of the bottle was great, and I'm continuing to enjoy it now. And as you know, I'm not a big fan of the red, but this is nice and spicy and interesting, and not too. The first phrase that came to mind was bad breathy. You know, like the teacher's staffroom. You know what I mean?
Some old lush somewhere.
Yeah, the red wine thing, the sort of worst excesses of red wine drinking. And sometimes when you take your first sip of red wine, you think, oh, yeah, that's what, this is what the teacher smells of on Monday morning. And okay, you all know what I mean with that. But this is not like that. This is a sophistication. I think it was $5.99, so a little bit on the expensive side as well. and delicious and interesting. If I had to use two words, delicious and interesting would be my review.
Brilliant.
Is that made by the Cooperativo?
I think they are, aren't they? They are. They work very closely with that museum over there. You've been to the museum.
Yeah, fantastic. Yeah, fantastic.
Gotta go.
Yeah.
Where did you buy that?
I bought it at Intermarché, of course.
No, really. What's that wine shop that's opened up? Red something.
Oh yeah. Forgive me, Sergio. I mean, we're working in conjunction with him for the wine tasting and karaoke at the weekend. I didn't think he'd be open today. That's why I didn't go to Sergio. It's a bank holiday, the Restoration Independence Day, isn't it? So I didn't think he'd be open today. So I was unfaithful and went to Intermarché. However, I think, what is it? Quinta dos Capuchos and Monte Cappuccio is their brand. I think this is probably only in local Intermarchés, because that's another great thing. They like to stock a little bit of local produce, don't they? So you've probably got things
there's another one, Carl, you've totally forgotten, which is you can order, and I've seen this at 9:30 in the morning, you can order port at the cafe in Intermarché, and there are old guys there that have just been on their tractors or whatever else that come in, order a glass of port at 9:30 in the morning. You used to be able to get, what was it, a pastel de nata and a coffee for $1.50 or something like that.
Get in.
And a glass of port. Can you imagine what chaos there would be in England if you were able to buy port at 9:30?
Or Canada.
It's weird, isn't it? The funny thing is, it's as though people have been drinking port and they haven't. That's the weird thing, isn't it, about the UK? It's like they're all drunk already at 8:30, but they haven't touched a drop. Anyway, okay, that's me. Yeah, Gary and Linda, tell us what you went for again, and how it's going down.
This is, well, first of all, I've just suddenly remembered something I wanted to say. You asked me about the wines we've been trying. We used to drink a lot of Australian, New Zealand, South American wine. So the other day there was one, I think it was about €3, an Australian wine. So I thought, we'll have a comparison. Let's go back to Australia and see how that compares. And we poured it out into the glass and kind of swished it around, looked at each other and thought, this tastes very thin. It tastes very watery. It's, it lacks something. And that's not just because I'm biased against, anything else. Because I used to really enjoy Australian wine. And it was a good combination. I think it was Shiraz and something else.
Yeah.
It should have been good, but it just tasted very light and very thin compared to this stuff. So
amazing.
Yeah, that's taught me a lesson. Don't be unfaithful to Portuguese wine because you're going to be disappointed otherwise. As far as this one is concerned, right? From the moment I put this one in the glass, I think I may have had it once before a long time ago. The first thing you notice is the nose.
Yeah,
it's a very complex, vanilla-y, buttery, woody, slightly smoky smell. And a bit of spice in there as well, and that transposes to the flavour as well in a very, very sophisticated way. It's smooth. It's got the vanilla. It's got the deep dark fruit. It's got the oak. But the actual texture of the wine is really nice. It's got a nice minerality to it as well. It really is an exceptional wine, right? And this is one that stands above the rest for me, right? I'm glad I had it again. It's not massively expensive. I think probably it's around the 5 to 6 mark. But the label doesn't really do it justice. It's quite a simple label.
It's pretty, isn't it?
I would say an exceptional wine that stands out for me.
It's got a really long.
Long finish.
Really nice.
It does that settable thing. It comes running in with all that hit of fruit, and, that drama, but stays there and kind of dances away into the distance.
Yes,
in a very lovely way. That is
fur coat and knickers. I'm thinking what you're saying. Yes,
with a bit of class. High heels as well.
Is that from Stubel?
Yeah, it is.
Sexy Stubel. Yeah.
Yeah.
You have a soft spot, don't you? Rosés and Stubel. That's if you had to. Can you get a rosé from Stubel? That would be your wine made.
And they're rather nice. They're a little bit sweet, but with these ones, right? You expect that hit. You expect that sort of almost violent assault on your taste buds. Yeah. Probably like your geography teacher on a Monday morning. But now this one stays with it, and it's
really nice.
It's sophisticated for Stubel wine. It's a lovely wine. Really, really, that's a 4.9 for me.
Well, that's great. Yeah, let's do those scores now because we are coming up to an hour. So 4.9. Hold that up to the screen again for anybody who may have missed that, please, Gary.
I'll try and make it not disappear.
Capo Amarello there. You're giving that a 4.9. That's becoming a Casa Classic for you, right?
Beautiful wine. I'll say it again. I'll have that any day, anytime.
Very good, very good. Okay, I'll just quickly say, very happy with this as well. 4.7. I'd recommend this. It as a slightly unusual choice as well. Nice blend of grapes. And you know what? Frank's words from last month are resounding in my head. Did he say anything after 3 grapes? And it just doesn't really work out very well in Portugal if you blend more than 3 grapes. Was that Frank's advice last month?
That was Frank, probably.
Yeah, no worries with this. These 3 are working very nicely together. The Castelao.
That's a 3 as well, I think. That's a 3 up for that, as is a 3 grape wine.
Yeah. I really like this, and I would recommend it as something to try. And actually, got to recommend Intermarché. Shout out to Intermarché tonight. We didn't plan this, but this might as well have been the Intermarché special. They've done themselves proud this evening. To the Whitby household, Casa Whitby.
Yeah. Well, really what you get with this one, right off the top, is the Barga grape, which is the number one in the blend. It's a 3. I think it is 3. It's 3, yeah. Barga, Tinto Roriz, and Touriga Nacional, all the big favorites, with Barga right up front. And that's such a distinctive grape. And that's where the plumminess is coming from, I think.
Yeah, I agree.
The best
Gary.
varieties.
I'd say this is a
4.5.
no. I'd go lower.
Okay, 4.2.
4.3.
But very welcome
You know,
in the house. A wine to
But
come
still,
home.
for €4, I mean €4, it's still a spectacular wine for that price.
Fabulous, fabulous.
You know.
Sarah, can we have your commentary as somebody who's joining us for the first time? And I'm so glad you did.
Well, for me, they all taste good, and I'm not a connoisseur enough to be able to pick out grapes or flavors or smells, but I know what I like and I don't like, and I really like this. I would.
Yeah, fantastic. Fantastic. So we've got the Canadian seal of approval for sure tonight on that wine, and I think on your visit in general. Thanks so much for being with us. Much appreciated, and enjoy the rest of your visit here. Have a lovely time in Lisbon. Terence Austin.
Yes, that's me.
Yes. Sorry to wake you up. Have you give us your final verdict and Mark.
Give us your final verdict. Great final verdict. Well, look, it's just a great starter type wine, isn't it? Eating it with as an aperitif, eating it with some starters. That's where its sort of role is in life. You could drink it by itself, you know, and become very happy. It's made me happy, which worries me. But basically, I can't really moan at it. And for under €5, I mean, you know, €5. It's just a lovely. And the most fascinating thing is when you listen to it.
I was going to pour it down his ear then.
You've had enough.
It sounds like sizzling bacon, you know. You know when bacon sizzles in a pan, slowly, and it sounds like that. So I might try with a bit. Never know.
Fantastic. You're always.
I've really got a drinking problem.
Your reviews are always wonderful. They really are. And so is your approach.
Look at that.
Look at him.
I
thought Greg Wallace was here for a minute.
Wow, my hero.
No trousers on, just holding up a plate.
Just want to say something about we've heard a lot of green energy, baby dig. Okay, that's all I want to say, because this thing about solar energy, it's a lie, dirty, low down lie.
That is the worst Greg Wallace impersonation I've ever heard. Each household. Final verdict on yours.
Well, I mean, it's €2. It's less than €2. It's €1.95. So it has. I've got no idea where the grapes come from, nor have they, or how many grapes are in it. But it's perfectly drinkable, and
quite pokey.
And it's €1.95, and it's not bad at all. I mean, I'd give it probably a 3.5, but that's fine for what we're having, and for having a glass and giving it away and sharing it with people. It's lovely. It's really nice. It's lovely to be able to get such fantastic wine so cheap. I remember getting my first bill for wine, and we had a litre of wine in a restaurant for what, €1.50, right? And I just couldn't believe that ordering an extra litre was that cheap, right? You wouldn't have been able to buy it.
Me.
But what? It's still amazing. I still think we're incredibly lucky. We have amazing wines at incredible value. So
well said, Pete. And also, you sound a little bit like a character from a Jane Austen novel earlier on. You know, like he would buy wine for the workers, and then took a bit of became rather keen on it himself. And the wine for the workers was consumed by the lord of the manor himself, as a matter of course.
Well, actually, we gave it away to our fellow workers first. We gave some to Max, and he said, "Oh, that was really good." And then we tried it ourselves, and I thought, "Yeah, no, it's not bad." I
wonder why they always want to come back and make deliveries.
Yeah, it's good.
And it was Pete saying, "We're paying too much for the worker wine." Excellent.
It's amazingly amazingly good tip, definitely to do.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. And cold beer, right? Cold beer and wine, a nice, maybe, for the fellas who've been working hard all day on your calzadas or whatever, a nice cold beer for those guys. Got to be done, isn't it?
Well, my doctor always forgets stuff, right? So we get a doctor out here for 20 euros on our health insurance, right? And he always deliberately forgets like a stethoscope or his wallet or whatever else, and always to come back to get another bottle of wine. But it's good. It means we get great medical care, so it's not bad at all. I have to say. And where else in the world can you get that as well? So
the whole thing is turning into a Jane Austen novel, isn't it? The forgetful doctor as well. Who keeps coming back.
Yeah, it is good. Yeah.
Yes, a great show as always. Thanks, Greg and Amy. And the coach has just popped in. Boa noite a todos. I'm afraid I was partaking of a French Viognier. Do you know what? Intermarché are selling French wines as well. Another shout out for them tonight. This evening, it cost a little more than what you're drinking. All right, coming over it or staying over there and drinking your expensive wine. Good to see you, Coach. And thanks everybody. That brings us up to 9 o'clock, and we're going to say goodnight this evening with the Portuguese kids who are hilarious. And they've got a stage show at the moment called, I hope we can get to see it in Portugal at some point. It's called My Big Fat Portuguese Wedding, I think. And you get invited to a virtual wedding reception, Portuguese, which will be amazing, I think. And that's over there, presumably in Massachusetts. But this is them saying goodbye for us this evening. Thanks. We'll hang out and come and join us if you want to. We'll have a little bit of a lock-in after this. Wine Ninjas, you've been amazing as ever. Thank you very much indeed. Take care. Bye for now, everybody. See you in the morning.
I'm Portuguese, so I have to have a cheirinho in my express.
I'm Portuguese. I'm always nervous.
I'm Portuguese. I love the gossip.
I'm Portuguese. Most of the women in my familia are named Maria.
I'm Portuguese. That's why I speak so loud.
I'm Portuguese. Of course I have 2 kitchens.
I'm Portuguese. I eat bread with everything.
I'm Portuguese. I love to work hard and I love to complain about it.
I'm Portuguese. The rabbits in the backyard, they're not pets.
I'm Portuguese. And no, I don't speak Spanish.
I'm Portuguese. Of course I cook for 30 people when only 2 show up.
I'm Portuguese. Ronaldo's my second cousin.
I'm Portuguese. Toma!